When you got problems around your house and you can't fix them, please don't fear. 'Cause you're only one click away from the handy engineer.
Hey folks, we're here in our basement today. We've got a new radon system going to be put in. They're going to attach it to our sump here. But as part of the process, we're going to seal up all the edge of the foundation and slab cracks along here, as well as the expansion joints. So we're going to try a couple methods and see what works best. So to start, we're going to be vacuuming out all these cracks. I've got a whole lot of caulk. This is some tight bond. It says it's actually specifically for radon. It was a pretty decent price at the big box store. It cleans up with water. So I've got some water, paper towels, some of our nitrile gloves. And then the two methods we're going to try. I've used one before. We'll just put it in a crack and smooth it over. The other method, we'll try a spoon. In this case, for the bigger cracks like these guys here, I'm going to use the back side of the spoon. We'll tape it to the caulk gun and try that and see which one works best. I'll let you know what I think, and we'll go from there. So we've also got to cut off a pretty good size hole here. It suggests 45 degrees, and 1/8 to 1/2. I'm going to cut it closer to 1/2 so we get a lot of volume coming out of here. So we'll get that opened up and we'll start the method using our putty knife. So you can see the results we're getting out of that. It takes a couple passes with the putty knife. I'll go ahead and do a little bit more down here, and we'll see how we do. Filling in a pretty good bead there, and then we come back with our putty knife kind of more flat to the ground in this case, and it works all right. See, I've used this method before and it works okay, but let's give the spoon method a try. So here's our lash up. I just taped a spoon to the end of the caulk gun, and we'll see how we do. So you can see I've gotten started here. You can't start right in the corner with this setup, so it's interesting. But as you go along, you kind of got to make sure you got enough caulk coming behind your spoon to get laid out properly. But it's not a bad method. I'm kind of torn. You can keep going. You'll get her done. So there you have it. I think it works all right. All right, so our spoon method here, and over here we tried our putty knife method. All in all, they work okay, either one. You got to go back over it a little bit either way. FYI, I used a tube of caulk to go about 8 feet. We're putting a lot of caulk in that corner, so that's why I have 4 cases of this stuff. We're covering probably 400 plus linear feet of this stuff, so I'm going to keep rocking and rolling. So we're on to tube 2 here. I had to take the spoon off to switch caulk tubes. So I thought I would just show doing this. Looks like a little bit more in there. I'm gonna run the spoon over this in the other direction like this, and you can see I'm not even getting down in there. There you go. So that works okay. Maybe what I'll do over here is just use my spoon as the as the putty knife. I like how it squishes it down in there a little more than the putty knife. So there you have it. Doing our expansion joints as well as the edge of the foundation. So one last quick look. Here's how the putty knife did, and then here's how the spoon did. And again, I was just running the spoon just like a putty knife. So, you know, I kind of like the spoon, but don't tape it to your gun. You're gonna be changing it out every 5 minutes. So, rock and roll. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope you found it useful. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Visit our website at thehandyengineer.com, where you'll find additional project details, including step-by-step instructions, detailed tool and parts list, plus you can subscribe to our newsletter for weekly updates. See you next time.
'Cause you're only one click away.